Hello, everyone. I'm creating this video today to share the importance of reestablishing a deeper connection with Mother Nature and how important it is during times of change for us to anchor our light into Mother Earth, and how important that is for our time right now, but also how transformative and beautiful it can be for our lives. So we're moving into places of co-creatorship and manifesting and all of those things, stepping into our full potential. And in order to fully do that, we have to find how we can be in harmony with the elements and Mother Earth. So thank you. I'm glad you're here. My name is Anastasia Michelle, and I'm sharing things about quantum healing, awakening, shamanic healing, and I also do Kundalini yoga. So all of these tools that can really help us along our awakening and ascension process, you will find on this channel. So to jump into the topic today, we're really talking about how to establish a deeper connection with Earth and Mother Earth, how to heal that connection, and how that can benefit the entire planet. And so I'll start with how anchoring our light is so important right now because of a lot of chaotic energy that's happening around the planet with with wars, and also many people that are just in a state of despair, disconnection. Because this has gone on so long, the impact has been incredibly constrictive to our earth, and she is struggling. And in the way that my mentors, the Kogi mamas from the Kogi tribe of Colombia, they say that the earth is dying. And we have just exploited too much, and we're not giving enough back. And to ensure that we have harmony, it's just the same as with anything else. Any relationship that you have, it's really important to enter into that relationship with some level of consciousness. And I'll just kind of maybe create an example, which would be like, let's say there is, I mean, this is kind of a little stereotypical, and but I think it might express the point, is that if there was a woman who was always doing all the dishes for her household all the time, and no one ever said thank you, no one ever offered to help with anything, not just the dishes, but any help at all. And so that burden is falling all upon her, maybe just all the cleaning or whatever it is. And eventually that woman will become burnt out and not able to continue to do the whole workload. So the way that we can change the whole scenario is by stepping in, saying, thank you so much for what you are doing, and how can we help? And that's the beginning of creating the relationship with Mother Earth as well, is stepping in with gratitude, giving thanks, and just connecting with how we can be of service, how we can help. And one way that we can definitely help is through our own transformation, creating more harmony in our relationships. But we can also very consciously anchor more light into specific places of nature, into the environment. And that is kind of like helping support nature's immune system. And now there's a lot of different ways that we can assist the environment. And I find that it's been really impactful for me to consider many different ways that we impact the environment and how we can change our lifestyles in a way that's, more earth friendly and different things. But there's another element to that, which is approaching as if the earth is sentient and has a burden and has been suffering from all these different assaults, and come with a healing medicine, and come with gratitude for her own consciousness and for supporting our journey. And when we begin to do that, what we'll find is that the immense wisdom of the natural world begins to open up to us. And it may not happen immediately, because often when we show up in nature, we have a lot of harshness and violence and even brutality that's in our actual vibratory field. And so, like, I will just give an example. When I first began my process of this kind of communion and reverence and connection with Earth, I definitely had some amazing, beautiful experiences. But I also remember having this very vivid dream where I was kind of getting bombarded by anger, and it was really very clear to me when I woke up that I was holding all this anger, and it was having an impact on Mother Earth. And we might not think that all these emotions that we hold have an impact, but they do. They impact us in our own bodies, but they also impact the earth, and can create actually a lot of negativity, can create storms, and even, certain I would say major Earth events can be prevented through harmonization of Earth, and that's deeply understood in the shamanic cultures, is how we can restore balance, and that can create harmony. And not all things can be prevented that way, I don't think, but I do know for a fact that we have a lot more power to create a harmonious environment than we know. Way more. We have way more power than we have any idea of. And I've been able to access some of that beauty and wisdom and power through my work. And going back to that dream of holding all this heaviness and all this anger, uh, that was the Divine Mother showing me what I needed to change and heal in myself in order to step forward into the role of stewardship, which is what I was inviting. How could I come in as an earth guardian, as an earth steward? I had to look at my own angry tendencies and things like that. And so we all will have to do that. And when we do that, we are assisting ourselves, we are assisting the planet. We're changing our whole life for the better also. So all of these things can happen through just an intention to have a more harmonious relationship with Earth. And so the practice that I do is there's some different levels and layers of it. However, very simply, it's going out in nature and having an offering. It can be a crystal or a stone or something like flowers. It doesn't have to be anything big. Sometimes I just find whatever is meaningful, that is, biodegradable or whatever, and create an offering and just charge it with my heart energy, with my prayer, with my intention, with my gratitude. And this practice is very fundamental to a few different traditions and cultures. Uh, and then we go into nature and we deliver our offering from our heart. And once we start doing that on a regular basis, we will develop a connection and a relationship. So spending time at a specific area or site that calls to you, it can be like a tree or river. It can be other areas, just what's calling for you or what's close. And when we begin to do this, I say to do a 9-day offering. 9 is a sacred number for the divine feminine. And so if you do 9 days, it doesn't even have to be in a row. It could be like 9 weeks in a row, just going to that spot with this intention of, healing yourself, but also reconnecting with Earth. It can be so incredibly powerful. I've been able to, just through that practice alone, receive a lot of initiations and including being able to just connect really deeply with my higher self, with my angels and guides and things like that. And I know that this is possible for, so many people and so helpful. And so, if you are looking to step into your full potential and create a more harmonious earth, I think this is just such a beautiful way to begin. I think it's so impactful and important and can have so many unseen benefits. Just, I think we often refer to, Dr. Emoto's work where consciousness does affect matter. And also Mother Earth is consciousness also, and how we treat her is, in the end, how we treat our own souls. So showing back up for Mother Nature is actually showing back up for ourselves. And in this, we really can accelerate our growth in such an amazing way. And so I hope this was in some way helpful or inspiring. And if you want to learn more about sacred offerings or connecting with the light grids or any of these things associated with knowing your guides or being an earth steward, please stay connected. I have a soul alchemy program. It's really beautiful. And hope you'll check out some more of my content, and we'll see you around.